Hi friends, I'm Diane. I'm 59 years old, postmenopausal, and I have lost and maintained a 100-pound weight loss since starting a GLP-1 medication back in November of 2022. Okay, today I have something a little different for you. I have a new obsession, a new drink obsession. It started at Starbucks, and first of all, let me preface everything by saying I do not drink coffee. I do not like the taste of it. I do not like the smell of it. I don't like anything that's coffee flavored. So what this is going to be is my take on one of Starbucks tea drinks. Now in the past I've gotten some chai lattes from them, but I don't really like them, and I find that they're very inconsistent if I go to different locations. So I was out the other day and I was looking for something. I wanted something refreshing because it's getting warm here, and I was going through their app and I saw that they had a green peach tea drink, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. I like green tea. That is the other kind of tea I drink. I drink chai and I drink green, and so I'm getting it all together in the app to order it. And I also saw that you could put strawberry, like blended strawberry, pureed strawberry in it. And I'm like, wow, that really sounds good. So I went and I ordered it. And it only comes, I'll put it up on the screen. Without the strawberry puree, the drink is around 100 calories. And I'm pretty sure that just comes from the syrup, the peach syrup that they put in it. And I started thinking to myself, because I don't like to drink my calories unless it's like a protein shake, I started thinking to myself, I could make that at home for a lot less calories and a lot less money. So I did, and it came out really good. I even had Bob try it, and he doesn't really drink tea or anything, and he's like, oh, that's pretty good. So I thought I would show you my new current Starbucks obsession, but that I'm making at home. And it's actually really simple, and it's really delicious. And you can also, my wheels started turning, and I started thinking of like different versions of this that I could make going down the line. Today I'm just going to show you the peach green tea with strawberry puree. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're obviously going to need some green tea. Bigelow does make a green tea with peach. Now, you can buy this, or you can just buy plain green tea, because we're going to be putting a peach syrup in it. But if you use the peach flavored tea, it just gives it a deeper flavor, that's all. I actually went online to see if I could find a sugar-free peach syrup. Come to find out, Jordan Skinny Mixes actually makes a peach tea syrup that's 0 calories. So that was awesome. To help sweeten it, and this is, you don't have to use a sweetener in it. It's not super sweet, but if you just want a little bit more sweetness, I use stevia in the raw. You could use honey, but if you use honey, just be aware that's going to be higher calorie, or whatever your 0 calorie sweetener of choice. I just happen to have the stevia in the raw. Pureed strawberries. Now these were fresh strawberries that I pureed. You could use frozen. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm sure it would work just fine. And then of course you're going to need some ice. So let me show you how I make this. Okay, first of all, what I usually do is I don't brew individual cups of tea. I will brew a pitcher of tea, like here, like this. And that way I can get multiple servings out of it. It's just easier and less time consuming for me to do it, just do big batches of it. I also do that with my chai tea. So let's get some tea in here. Then what I usually add is a splash of the syrup. Okay, I just realized that this is 5 calories per serving, and a serving is 4 tablespoons. I'm not going to use that much. I just want a splash of it, so that's actually a pretty big serving. Yeah, I'm definitely not using that much. All right, I'm going to use just 1 packet of the stevia in the raw. As I said, there is some sweetness from the strawberries, but I just need a little bit more. Put that in there. And then what I do is I add a couple of tablespoons of the puree. It looks very attractive, doesn't it? Okay. Then I take my handy dandy frother and I just stir in the strawberries. It turns it this nice pinkish red color. And then you just add your ice. And I probably overfilled this a little too much. Oops. Like I've said, this is not an Instagram worthy kitchen. And I am not an Instagram worthy cook. So yes, the ice just went flying everywhere. All right, and then put my lid on. And there is my green tea with peach and strawberry. And I actually bought some of those cups that you can get at Starbucks just to make it fancy, because I'm fancy like that. So that's Clyde, one of my cats. He's playing. Cheers. It's really refreshing, honestly. On those really hot days, something like this tastes really good, and it's an easy way to get more liquid, more fluids into you. So after making this, my mind started working overtime about like different combinations of flavors that you could do. You don't have to buy the peach tea. You can just buy straight green tea and use different flavorings, different syrups, different fruits. I have a cherry syrup that I could use. I also have a coconut syrup, and I was actually thinking about what I have in my freezer. I actually have some pineapple in my freezer. I could use the coconut syrup and pineapple, blend it, and sort of make it like a pina colada-ish tea. You could use any kind of berries. You could use blueberries, or obviously strawberries, or blackberries, or raspberries. You could do raspberries and then just do a little squeeze of lemon in it. Or you could get green tea with lemon and just put in blueberries or raspberries. I think that would be really good as well. So the combinations are pretty much limited by your own imagination. You just take the very simple green tea base and just add whatever flavorings you want that you particularly like. And it's delicious, and it's a lot less calories. So if you decide to make this particular version or your own version, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what combinations you've tried or you've used. Like I said, I find this really refreshing, especially on the really hot days of summer. And I don't have one every day, but I try to have a few times a week. I'm getting more fruit in, getting more fluids in. That's always a good thing. Okay, while I have you here, I do want to give you a quick update on my 15 milligram Mounjaro. The last time I saw you, I was talking about how I was dealing with tons of nausea. That seems to have abated, thank goodness. It just took my body several weeks to kind of adjust to the new dose. But what I'm finding now, which is weird, which I've never had on any of the other doses, is I take my shot on Fridays because I want to have the most effective part of the shot over the weekend. And so what I've been finding is I take it Friday night before I go to bed, but Friday mornings I'm waking up with nausea. Just it's several weeks now. It's Friday morning, I'm nauseous when I wake up, and I'm calling it anticipatory nausea because I'm waiting for the nausea from the actual shot. I don't know what it is. It's very weird. It's been happening for like the past 3 weeks. My body's weird. I don't know. In terms of weight loss, this week has been really crazy. And just briefly, my mom passed away. The anniversary of my mom's passing was this week. My husband Bob had elbow and wrist surgery, which was a whole thing. So my weight has been all over the place. It was up and it was down and it was back up again. So, you know, I'm still struggling to rein in my eating, to get to the gym, to do all the things I need to do. Still haven't gotten there. I'm working on it. But what doesn't help is, you know, my husband had this wrist surgery, and so the hospital told us to be there at 10:30 in the morning. So we were, and we actually got there at like 10:15, and they didn't take him back for surgery till 1 o'clock. They must have gotten backed up, I guess. I don't know. So they take him back, and I'm in the waiting room waiting for the doctor to call to say the surgery's over. And they have a TV. I'm the only one in the waiting room because everybody else is gone. And they have a TV on in the waiting room, and they have it on QVC. And what are they showing? Nothing but food. Now, mind you, I hadn't eaten yet. I'm not a big breakfast person. I didn't really want to eat before going to the hospital. And I had an energy drink. That's about all I had. And so didn't eat, and I hadn't eaten since 7:30 the night before. So his surgery finished around 2:15. They called me back to see him in recovery around 3 o'clock. We got home around 4 o'clock. So I didn't eat from 7:30 the night before till almost 5 o'clock the next day, which obviously is not ideal. And so I was starving, and I just completely overate, but whatever. So that kind of threw a lot of things off this week, and taking care of my husband post-surgery, he's limited in what he can do with his arm. So it's been a lot. And then our dog Maddie, I think I've mentioned, she was diagnosed with Cushing's disease, and we put her on medication for it, and it did not go well. She did not tolerate it well at all. I had to take her in for blood work, and the doctor said just take her off of it until we get the blood work back. And then, so it's been a whole thing. The blood work didn't come back great either. The medication didn't do everything we were hoping it was going to do. But if she's not on the medication, there's other side effects. It's like a whole thing. If you're interested, I'll do a video on it, but it's a lot. So we're juggling trying to get her on some kind of level of medication that works for her, but she was nauseous. She stopped eating. She was just completely lethargic, like just laid there all day. It was terrible. So after we took her off the medication, she bounced back. She's eating, she's bouncing around, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. So there's been a lot this week. So my weight's been doing this. So anyway, hoping this next week will be better and I can get myself back on track. I have to start doing some meal prepping today. So if you found this video interesting or informative, I would greatly appreciate it if you would give me the thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate that as well. I know I've gotten a few new subscribers recently, so hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me on the rest of my journey. I still have a significant amount of weight I want to lose, so this is going to be a long-term deal, even though I've already been on the medication 3.5 years. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.
Give a little bit of loving, just a little bit the real.